takes a minute and we're live. Hey everybody, thank you for joining us tonight on the Flippin Hippos YouTube channel. I see a couple of the usual suspects in the chat, my moderators. Thank you, Holly, and thank you, Lance. Lance was just moderated tonight, so use your wrench wisely. I do have a special guest. This is someone that I know a lot of you know. He has a really successful Facebook group that just hit 2,000 subscribers recently. He has a YouTube channel and he is on Instagram. All that information is in the box below for you to peruse through later. And perhaps my mods will help me spam out his YouTube channel while we're talking to him. And I actually had the pleasure of meeting him and his lovely wife in Vegas, and we got to hang out with them. They are just a really awesome, amazing couple, and he's really, really good with electronics and them icky things I hate touching, shoes. So, Jason, go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, my name is Jason, also known as Thrift Trader on Instagram and YouTube. I live in Oklahoma. My wife and I have been running an eBay business for the past 10 years, and it's something that I just absolutely love to do.
So 10 years.
Yeah, I started in 2008. Yep.
Wow. Okay, I did not know that. But you work outside of the home too, as well, right?
Yeah. I've been full-time on eBay for 1 year twice. So like not consecutively 2 years, but 1 year, for a whole year, one year, and then a whole year, another year, throughout that 10-year span. But I've always had kind of like a secondary income for the most part with eBay.
Okay. And what kind of things do you sell other than electronics and shoes, obviously?
I started in clothing, specifically men's clothing, for like a very long time. I think the first 5 years I was on eBay, I did men's clothing only. I actually started with men's neckties, and that proved to be, kind of a hit and miss even back then. And really what I did after that was I realized that there was, a lot of men's clothing that sold for good money. So I just kind of branched out into the realm of everything men's clothing. And soon after that, probably 2 or 3 years after that, I went into women's clothing. And I dabbled a little bit in women's clothing as well along with it. And now I've begun selling men's and women's shoes and electronics. And my goal is really to in those three categories, clothing, shoes, and electronics, I want to be able to sell enough to make $3,500 a month profit off of each category. That's my goal.
You're looking at like just over 10,000.
Yeah, around 10,000. Yeah, that's the goal. And recently, my usually my average profit margin is around 40%. So I guess it would be somewhere around the lines of $9,000 in sales in each category, total sales, gross sales.
Okay, so yeah, you're looking at probably yeah. I'm not really that great with math. Keith's our math person. I'm the word person. And I think I heard somewhere before, if you're good at math or good at English, you can't be good at the other one. It's like some law of physics or something. So we're looking at profiting 9,000.
Yeah, I would like to be around 9 or 10,000 in profit.
A month.
Yes, but that would take approximately, we're looking at $25,000 to $30,000 in gross sales monthly.
What's your average sale price?
It averages around $30 in clothing for me. But in shoes, it's around 40, and electronics is kind of a new adventure for me, so I'm not entirely sure yet.
Okay. So I'm thinking if your average you would need, well, 1,000 a month, 1,000 pieces of clothing to sell a month.
Well, I know that over the winter months, I was averaging around 3,500 profit over the winter months the last winter with just clothing alone. And I had between 500 and 600 active listings, and I was selling around 250 to 300 items monthly.
Yeah, I mean, if you spread it out over the month, that's pretty doable.
Yeah.
The calculator said there'd be 116 items. So that's like 3 to 4 a day.
Let me look here. Minus 0.3.
Unless I'm just doing it all wrong. I'm going to say hi to some people in the chat real quick.
Okay, sure.
Jefferson's Resales, Hollywood Rage, Veranda Files, and Donatella are here. Some of these people are new to me. They must be your peoples. Welcome in. Hello. Adam's here. Jamie's here, teasing us with his menu. I'll be right over. I want some of that. So, we figured out, is that right? It's like 3 to 4 sales a day?
Yeah. In just for the clothing at average sale price of $30, like with my average cost and everything, I'm looking at needing to sell about 290 items a month.
Okay. Well, that's doable, though. I mean,
oh, yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so, I mean, the key is, like, for me, what's going to make this make this able to happen for me is I'll just have to be really careful with what I buy. Like, I'm going to have to be really careful with, like, making sure that the items I'm picking up have, a good sell-through rate, have a good sales numbers. Really, I can't sit around and buy $20 items all day because it's just going to eat up my time. So really the key here is just going to be buying, higher dollar, more profitable, faster selling items.
And now when you go out thrifting for your clothing, do you go to Goodwill?
Yes, I spend a lot of time in Goodwill. That's where the majority of my clothing comes from. And Goodwill, Salvation Army, and a few of the other local individually owned thrift stores around town. Yeah.
Do you guys have a 99-cent day?
There are a couple of thrift stores here that are like there's a couple that do 99-cent days. The Goodwill did away with their 99-cent Sundays. But the couple of thrift stores I'm talking about, they have 99-cent colors throughout the week, and then whatever's left in the store of that color, they have 2 different colors that they put 5 for $1. So
wow, that's really good.
Yeah, that's really good. I mean, the only problem with that, though, for me is, like, it's not going to be the higher value items that I'm really looking for.
Yeah, because those are probably going to be snatched up.
Yeah.
We're fortunate enough that we have the 99-cent Sundays, and we'll hit like 3 or 4 stores in one day, and that's it. That's the only day we go out. And it's hit or miss. I mean, there's been days where we walked in and there was Tommy Bahama for days and Donald Trump ties and silver jeans and Miss Me jeans. I got one of those for 99 cents once. I kid you not. And then there's days where we go in and it's, nothing. But we flip mall brands too because we get them for 99 cents.
Right.
And I list high with best offer. So even like American Eagle and Gap and Old Navy jeans, I get like $20, $22 for.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely doable when you're working on a volume base. I mean, it is absolutely doable. I know people that are making, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 a month, just having, 2,000 to 3,000 active listings in their store. I mean,
yeah. I was going to say my guest last week, Megan Malini, everyone knows her because she flips a lot of jeans. And she gets, I mean, she gets prices, and I told her this when she was on the show. It's crazy because she can get like $30 for American Eagle. I don't know how she does it. She's magic. But she has like 4,000 listings, and she makes a 6-figure income.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
And she has a new baby, like a couple months old. It was born while we were.
She's a major boss. She's a major boss. I don't understand how she does it. Like, seriously.
She's a major boss. That's a good way to put it. And I'm over here like, oh, I only list 10 things a day because Posh takes up so much of my time and YouTube takes up so much of my time. And I'm like doing exactly what I tell other people that not to do. When you start making excuses, then you're just looking for a way out of the work. You know?
Yep. But
we all get the same 24 hours in a day, and apparently she's using hers a lot more wisely. So, okay. Electronics. Do you flip all electronics, or do you have like specific things you like to look for?
Oh yeah. You know, I'll flip anything as long as I'm gonna get, you know, a decent money for it. The thing is like the one thing that I really pay attention or like look for are like the DVD VCR combos. Some of those are worth a lot of money. I actually have 2 of them behind me that are DVD-RW, like DVD-R VCR combos, and they're worth $280 to $350 a piece.
Yeah, I've never found one of those yet. We can find the combos once in a while, and we just sold our last one last weekend.
Yeah.
So we have no more. We have one. I'm sorry. We have one that we got home and it didn't work, so we put it up for parts.
Okay. And yeah, I mean, here's the thing with that stuff. Like even like for parts of repair, like selling those things, if they're like an expensive item, like selling them for parts, you're still going to make money. You know.
But this brings me to an interesting point, and I'll just talk about it real quick. We sold an iPhone for parts or repair, and they opened an item not as described because the phone isn't working. And I called the concierge number that we all got when we went to eBay Open, and the guy basically said, there's no such thing as no returns, and for parts or repair, you have to take the return back and get the ding for the item not as described. So that's awesome, isn't it?
Well, the problem here is, you know, who's to say that that person didn't, you know, take out the part that they needed and is going to send the rest of it back? You know, that's the issue there.
I just today because I let it go to like the day before the deadline before I called eBay because I really wanted him to just sit on it. But I mean, if he sends it back. And the guy on the phone, I mean, I got a little snotty, but whatever, because I was like, if you list it for parts or repair with no return, you can't open an item that is described because it doesn't work. And you know, he said, well, there's really no way around it. You have to take it back. And I said, yeah, so what happens when he sends me a different phone back? Y'all gonna have my back? And he's like, oh, that never, ever happens. And I said, Jake, that's his name, calling him out. I said, Jake, I beg to differ. I have a lot of friends that sell electronics. It does happen. And you're not going to have my back because the guy didn't read. Like, did he really think he was getting an iPhone 6 in full working order for $190?
Right. Well, I mean,
that's my little rant for the night.
The best thing you can do is if it's not in the same condition that you sent it to him in, just call eBay and see if you can, what's the word I'm looking for? Challenge it, essentially.
Yeah, we're going to have to. I mean, but chances are, honestly, the guy just didn't read.
Yeah.
Nobody reads. Nobody has time to read.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing is like, if I like, this is something that I'm going to do, and I urge anyone that's selling anything for parts repair do, okay, is big, bold, capital letters in your description does not work for parts only, for parts or repair only. Mm-hmm. Listing is being sold as is, you know. That's,
yeah, it did. I mean, Keith listed it. It even said in the title, not working, read description.
I mean.
And the sad part is we have like 12 of these. We got them off of a I mean, I don't even remember where, but you know the places you can go, and they have the auctions on the liquidation and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He actually caught that auction when it had like 5 minutes left and no one had bid on it, and it was a low enough price that it was like, oh yeah, even if they're all broken and we have to flip them for parts or repair prices, it'll be a good deal. And he's like, I'm not going to win anyway because there's no way that it's sitting.
And then he ended up winning.
Yeah, so he put bid in, absolutely positive, like in the last 5 or 10 minutes that someone would outbid him. Because usually on those websites, the phones, even the broken ones, get bid up so high. I hear like an echo or something. It just gets to the point where it's ridiculous. It's like, I can't even spend this kind of money on it. I'm out because I wouldn't make anything. But no, we won them. And so there's still 11 more in my store. And I'm like, ugh. I told Kate, this might be our one and done with cell phones.
I wouldn't give up that quickly. You know, I mean, the thing is like as sellers, we're always going to run across people that are just dishonest. I mean, there's simply dishonest people in the world, but you have to look at the way I see it, honestly. I mean, yes, nobody likes to get the runaround and deal with a dishonest person because sometimes you lose out. But you got to look at your business from the grand scheme of things. You have to look at it as like, okay, is my business really going to hurt that badly just from this one transaction? You know, I mean, you have to look at it. You have to look at it like that. And
yeah,
otherwise,
and I mean, it was less than 300 shipped for all 12.
That's a really good. That's really good.
If you found something like that again, it's kind of like, no, you'd be crazy not to put your bid in.
Right.
And we were the one and only bidder, so I'm sure that's why it was so low. That was just like the starting point.
Yeah. Do you have any idea what's wrong with these phones?
Oh, they're like cracked, and
do any of them turn on?
This one does. That the guy is sending back.
Okay.
But basically, and Keith dealt with it. Keith did all the pictures and the checking, the IMEs and all that. So, but yeah, each one had individual things that were wrong with it that he checked and tested out. Some of them turned on, and we didn't want to put them on our network, so we went up to a Starbucks and saw, you know, which ones could get on the Wi-Fi and stuff.
That's great.
But great. Even what they're selling for broken is crazy.
Yeah, you said you bought a dozen of them?
I believe it was 12. Yeah.
That's really good. That's really good. Because shoot, you know, after selling just 2 of them, you've recouped your money.
Yeah, pretty much. And
yeah, that's turning $300 into $1,800 is what that amounts to.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they all go for different prices depending on what was wrong with them or whatever, but
sure.
And it was like more towards 400. It was like 3 something by the time they tacked on all the shipping and fees, but it was still a really good deal. And like, it was a joke. He's like, I'll never win. Someone will outbid me. And then he like paced around for the whole 5 minutes and then he won.
That's funny.
So let's see who is doing what in the chat. Parrot Head Picker. That's his new name to me. Hi. Somebody said, sorry, I came in late and I'm not sure he is. Can I please reintroduce you? Sure. This is Jason Deason. He sells electronic shoes and clothing, and he has a YouTube channel, and he has an Instagram, and all that good information is down below in the description box. He also has a Facebook group, which you should join, and that is down in the description box as well. So there, that's Jason. He's cool. We hung out with him in Vegas.
Hi, people.
His wife knit. She was really cute. She had her little backpack with her, and she pretty much knitted everywhere we went, huh?
Oh yeah, she's an old lady in a young girl's body.
She was so cute. She's like at a bar knitting.
Yeah, no joke. Like my wife, seriously, she acts like she's 80, but she's 30. I mean, well, it's not knitting. I think it's crocheting. She'll be like, it's not knitting, it's crocheting.
Oh.
But yes, she was making a crocheted blanket for her mother.
That was cute. So my Thrifted Escape Alma says, can you include an image sign that reads parts only? I don't think it would really matter. I mean, basically what I was told by the concierge guy, if you put it in the category of for parts or repair, they will usually back you up on a return and not make you take it. But Keith listed it as used because it turns on and can be used as a tablet. Like, it's not beyond using. You just can't use it like for phone calls, but it can connect to the Wi-Fi. You could do Netflix or Hulu with it or whatever, or internet browsing. And so because it works in some capacity, he put it up as used rather than for parts or repair, because when you put it in that category for parts or repair, it drastically drops what the item is worth, and he wanted to get more money for it because it does work. So basically, the really awesome advice I was given by an eBay employee is, if you want something to not be returned, list it as for parts or repair in that category, and they'll back you up every time. Parrot Head Pickers, Andy. He is a friend of mine. Okay, well, hi, Adam's friend, Andy. How are you doing? Your son stole your phone? But yeah, so, and I'm like sitting there thinking, an eBay employee and the concierge number, nonetheless, is sitting there telling me how to list stuff to not get returns. But like, if we would have put it in for parts or repair, that means that's all it's worth. And it works. And he's like, well, if you ever think there's a chance something won't work, you're better off putting it in that category, because then we'll back you up and not make you take the return.
My thrifted escape asked, Jason, how is your death pile going? Well, it's organized now. It's all on shelving. Now I just have to get the listing.
Okay, so let's talk about shoes really quick. In your Facebook group, you have a couple BOLO lists out for shoe brands, right?
Yeah. Right now I'm working on a men's shoes, used shoes BOLO list. I gave out to all of the members of my group, all brands starting with the letter A through the letter E. And I am in the process of finishing the list. It's going to take probably another month or so to finish the list entirely, because it's taking me about, I'd say, 10 to 12 hours of time to finish one letter alphabetically.
Wow.
As far as going through every single brand that eBay is listing in their brands list and figuring out, the sell-through rate, the average sale price. And I am actually going to be releasing that probably in about a month. So I've gotten a lot of good response from it. People are really enjoying it, and I've seen several posts in my group of people picking up some of those brands that I've had on the lists, and they're making money with it.
Yeah, it's kind of funny that you should say that. So I did a challenge recently to all my viewers to get out of their comfort zone and go do something. And I do have to put that video out. I'm getting around to it. Those of you are wondering what's happening. I lost a bunch of footage off my phone of me shopping for shoes, and just like one mishap after the other kept happening. So anyway, I went out and get sourced for shoes because I wanted to participate. Like, I can't challenge other people to do something if I'm not willing to do it, right?
Right.
And that's way out of my comfort zone. Like, just even looking at used shoes, it's gross. So I did bring a pair home, and then I checked your BOLO list because I was like all freaking out in the store. I was like, I don't even want to. I was like having a nervous breakdown. But we got them back home, and they're on your list. So
there you go. Do you remember what brand it is?
Echo, ECCO.
Yeah, Echo's a good brand. Certain styles will sell a lot faster than others. You might sit on them for a little bit, but
these were 99 cents. So
99 cents.
Yeah.
Not bad. Not bad. Were they like men's spikeless golf shoes, or what were they exactly?
They're like loafers.
Okay.
They're over there, but I'm not. No. Mm-mm. Yeah. Keith actually wants to film me cleaning them.
Oh, you're gonna have to get over your fear of used shoes. There's two.
That is other people's toe sweat.
Well,
and
you can't. I mean, you can't look at it that way. You can't look at it that way. I mean, like don't put it in your mouth, but you know.
Well, it's so gross. You're touching them.
Well, you can get some disinfectant spray. You know,
I did actually.
Spray them down on the inside, and just clean the outside of the shoes and take pictures of them, and you'll be good. I mean, there's just too good of money not to. I promise you. Give me I don't know, give me 4 or 5 months, and I'll have you convinced, and you're going to be buying shoes left and right, making a lot of money doing it too.
Yeah, I'm also going to be investing in gloves.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't really care what people think about me, so I have no problem with whipping out gloves in Goodwill and putting them on to such shoes. But these are just brown loafers. There's a thumbnail on my channel of me holding them up.
Okay.
But, Adam wants to know if this was my first experience dealing with the concierge, and how did. This was my first experience since we were given we got the message that we were in the program, and really not impressed. I'm not impressed. Jake with his southern accent was not impressed.
Jake from State Farm.
Yeah, Jake from State Farm. I mean, he knew what he was doing more so than some of the other reps. Because sometimes I feel like when you called the regular number, you get people who are just reading a script and really don't even know how eBay works, kind of, and they're just, reading their script. But I kind of felt like, I don't know, it doesn't matter if you're in concierge or not, because you still have to take bogus INADs back. Shoes never bothered me until I met you. Hey, maybe that's my overall plan. Okay, I'm gonna get everyone else so grossed out that you guys all stop selling shoes. Then I can start, and I won't have any competition.
Not gonna happen.
I usually don't catch Flippin' Hippos live. Well, walk on in tonight. I'm glad that you're here. I do appreciate you guys taking the time out to join me every week. All right, so what I want to do now is let you guys ask Jason questions about electronics, shoes, his death pile, whatever. And you can ask me questions too if there's anything you want to know. I'm going to be putting out that video probably another week, and I know now this is week 2 and I'm putting it off. But I did lose some of the footage that was really good, and I'm really upset about that. So I might actually go get another pair of shoes and film me getting them too. So
you should try it. Try it at least, after you make 40.
I have shoes and they just sit there. I never list them. I have a used pair of Skechers that my kid picked out, and he brought them in and touched them. And then Nikes, and they're just sitting over there.
Get
and
those
I still
listed.
have my prototype ones that I don't even know why I'm sitting on them. I have prototype from the lab.
Oh wow!
I think they're Reeboks or Adidas. Those I can touch. Give me a minute. They're new. So. I got these at a yard sale for $5.
Jamie Pace said my feet smell worse than any used shoes I could buy. Yeah, I guess Jamie's not scared.
But yeah, these are Adidas, I believe. Yep. And they're actual prototypes.
Those are brand new. Those don't count.
No, but they still just sit there.
Oh my gosh, what are you doing? You need to get those listed. That's money. Well, what am I talking about? I got a whole rack full of stuff I need to list.
Listen, we didn't even go sourcing this weekend.
You didn't?
So much stuff. We didn't. We have this whole, that's all stuff on the couch. Bags and bags of bags from last weekend sourcing. And we have that whole serial killer room upstairs that we filled up. Like, we have so much stuff. We literally like sat down Friday night and had a discussion about whether we should go out and get more this weekend. And the answer was no.
Yeah, that's the problem I'm having right now. Like, a balance between getting things listed and sourcing is definitely very heavy on the sourcing side and very light on the getting listed side.
Yeah, but it can be. Well, see, we like to stockpile a little bit. Probably like the middle of October, we'll start stockpiling on purpose, making a death pile.
Yeah.
Because there's so many times in the winter time where we'll be snowed in, or the roads will be just really icy and bad, and we can't get out to source. I'm sorry, I have allergies again. My nose. And we you literally can't get out because of the snow and the ice here sometimes. And so we don't ever want to be in a situation where, say, like it's 2 weekends in a row, and then run out of stuff and not have anything. So we do try to stockpile for those times that we legitimately can't get out. But this is ridiculous. This is like 2 weeks worth of stuff sitting there. That's going to take me 2 weeks.
Oh, man. Yeah, you're going to have to get to it. So Treasures Divine says, is he going to have his death pile listed by October 1st? The answer is no. I will not have my entire death pile listed. I've seriously got probably a month to a month and a half worth of listing for my entire death pile, probably.
I would even wash dirty underwears by hand if the money was right.
That's a good one. That's a good one. It's unfortunate that eBay does not allow the sale of used undergarments, because I bet you some of that would be worth some money.
I hear there's a whole group of people out there that like chubby girls. I'd be making it hand over fist.
Let's see. Adam asked, how was it hanging out with Casey and Star and all the cool kids in Vegas? Dude, Adam, it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. I'm going to be there next year. That's how amazing it was. I'm seriously, I think I'll be there every single year. So
it's definitely an experience.
Oh yeah,
I mean, just 5 days, but it felt like 2 weeks. Like, the time is just different in Vegas. I swear to you, time is different. We never slept. We were like going to our rooms at like 3 a.m, and then like at 6 o'clock, Casey's already up. Hey guys, want to go get breakfast?
I know, golly, man. No,
like, Casey.
I know Casey. Like, he crashes out he crashed out a little early just because of the time difference. You know, he never really got kind of adjusted to it. But I mean, he was up. He did his best, but I definitely was able to stay up longer than that guy. I watched it. He was like, every single night, he was like, man, I'm done. I'm done. Good night. Like, he'd be the last one.
And on the couch in the down in the resort where you would go down that hall to go to the conferences, they had that place where the live bands played. Yeah. So he's sitting on the couch with a plate of nachos.
Oh, I know that guy. Like, the last couple of days, seriously, Star, like, you could just see it in him. He was done, like done. He was ready to go home. And then his flight, that was probably the worst out of like the worst experience of the entire trip, was just trying to get back home. Because like our flight, it did leave the same night, but it was scheduled for like 6 or 7 in the morning, and we got delayed all the way to like 10 p.m. Wow. But Casey, I think he was delayed like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, he ended up, I still have this text message. I should have pulled it up.
Yeah, he was literally
having to fly to Philadelphia. And then he had to fly from Philadelphia down to Orlando. And then they rented him a car to drive from Orlando to Tampa. I think that's how it went. That's what ended up happening. Yep. Crazy. See, on our way home, nothing happened. Like, our flight was on time, and went real smooth. Getting there for us was bad. We were delayed. We were supposed to leave out of here like 8 o'clock. We didn't even leave until 3 in the morning. And then we got to the resort, and it was, I want to say that by then it was like 4 o'clock their time or something. And they were switching the computers over for the day. So they're like, oh, just give us 15 minutes and we'll put you in your room. So it's like 4:30 in the morning, and I'm tired and I'm grouchy, and we've been up all night long in the stupid Pittsburgh airport. And we ended up having to wait almost an hour until they were ready. Like the computers were able to put us in our room. So it was like 5 in the morning when we got in our room. So we had the nightmare coming. But
oh yeah. You know what? It's strange you say that because we did too. We got delayed in Denver on the way there because of a bad storm, which it only delayed us like 2 or 3 hours, but it stunk for us because we were expected to be in Vegas at like 9 p.m. and we didn't get there till 1 in the morning.
yeah,
So it kind of ruined us, but it is what it is.
we took the 2-hour nap. We got back up at 7.
Yeah. Oh my
We
gosh.
started out on like no sleep. And then I got the food poisoning the second day in.
Yeah.
I slept for 18 hours in between bouts.
Yeah.
But was this your first year at eBay Open?
Yes, it was. It was my first year. Yeah. My Thrifted Escape asked if my wife works with me. No, she doesn't really do much with the eBay thing. It's just not her cup of tea. She doesn't really enjoy it. She enjoys stealing things out of my thrift bags when I walk in the door. But as far as eBay, she'll take packages to the post office for me, and she'll help me ship things. But other than that, no, she doesn't really help.
So you're just like a one-man show. It's not like what we have set up here or Casey and Kate.
Yeah.
And speaking of Kate, isn't she wonderful?
She is. She was great.
Like, I don't know. That was my first time really getting to know her. She's great. Your wife was awesome too. I think we had a lot of fun. Lots of great people.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's one thing. Okay. So like for everybody that's listening, if there was one thing that I would have to say about eBay Open is, how many times do you get the opportunity to go to Las Vegas on a tax write-off? For one.
Yeah.
And secondly, you get to meet sellers from all across the US and even the world. Okay. And you get to converse with them and talk about, their business structure, what they're selling, how they're building their business, what they're doing to make the 6 figures they are. I mean, that's the biggest deal with eBay Open is you get to meet with like-minded people that sell on the same platform as you and pick their brain and hang out with friends and get to know people and just have a great time. I mean, that is really what it's about.
Yeah. And I have to say that at least the people I met and surrounded myself with, it didn't feel like we were just meeting. It felt like if you've ever had a friend that lived far away that you get to see like once a year, it felt like that. Like everyone that I met, I felt like, oh, we're already old friends, and we just kind of slipped right into being friends. Everyone was really nice, and I guess in a way we do all get to know each other on social media. And you are a little bit more open on social media, I think, than in person. So some of us know each other, but I also felt like you said, meeting like-minded people. Reselling is really lonely. It can be a very lonely job. Most of us are alone all the time. And then most of us have other resellers in our area. I've got Frenchie close by, and she's great, but I just feel like it day-to-day basis, people don't understand what we do. So it's really nice to get with a bunch of other people that are just like you and understand what you do for a living and understand everything about it, I guess, is what I'm trying to say in a very non-eloquent way. So, who did you meet, Adam? Anna met me. That was good, right? We met Casey and his fiance Kate, Wade from Wade's Ventures, who's super fabulous. We met Steve Rakin. He's super fabulous. I met the girls, Katie and Victoria. Am I missing anybody, Jason? I mean, there's a lot of people there. I met Beth Ann. A lot of you know her from her Ten of Hearts. I can't even remember who else. Like, there was so many people. Do you remember off the top of your head how many people they said went?
Oh shoot, I don't. I guess you probably met Megan Reed there, didn't you?
Very briefly. She got in real late. She went to the Bellagio with us to see the fountains.
Yeah.
And then she turned in. Oh, Lindy Glenn, Dirt. Yeah. Met Lindy. She's funny. Oh my God, she's hilarious. Flippin' Easy. I mean, there was like the core people that I hung out with for the whole week. Sydney. How could I forget Sydney? Sydney, if you're watching this, I am so sorry. I love you dearly. I'm like, blah, 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 blah. But to me, Sydney's my friend. So, but I met Sydney and I hung out with her and Casey. And then there was like this constant stream of people, right? Like everywhere you went, people were introducing you. And
yeah.
It was
yeah. I guess there was a moment when Casey and I, if I recall, it was when we were at Fremont Street, and we went to that bar, that hole in the wall bar called Nacho Daddy's. You remember?
Oh my God!
And Casey and I took a shot of tequila with a real scorpion in the bottom of it. It was Robin was with us as well for that. That was a bad move on my part.
Yeah, we weren't there for that. Kate wanted water. I remember going on a quest with Kate and Sydney because Kate thought she was going to die from being so thirsty. So we left. We come back because I don't know if you've heard of this, but Casey had her money and her driver's license because she was wearing a dress and didn't want to bring her purse. And the guy at the bar would not sell her or give her water without her ID. In fact, he told her she had to leave.
Yeah, I remember that. So
when we came back, he's like, "I'm serious," and she slapped it down and said, "So am I."
Wow. Golly.
Let's see. Classic rock lover. When and what is your next recipe? I actually have a few pre-recorded. So I'll tell you what, you guys can comment here and vote. I have, none of them are edited. They're just all recorded and waiting to be edited and thrown on the channel. I have banana bread, homemade chicken noodle soup in the crock pot, and homemade vegetable soup in the crock pot. So, let me know what you guys want. I'll throw that up sometime this week.
My Thrifted Escape asked me if I plan to go full time. That's what I would like to do. Honestly, I really do want to go full time. I've been full time a couple of times within the past 10 years, but it was just, I'd start going full time and then like something would happen, like I'd have another daughter. And it would just cost too much for me to just continue along with eBay full time. So I'd have to kind of take a step back, go back to a W-2 job and do eBay kind of part time again. But now that things are looking like the dust has settled, everything's kind of the way it's going to be for a considerable amount of time. I would like to build this eBay to where I can go full time because it's something that I absolutely love to do. And I just know that, if you love to do something, find a way to do it, as your job, because at that point you never work a day in your life. And I mean, it's true. Like when I'm really working on eBay, when I grind on eBay on it, like on any given day, like it doesn't bother me. Like there's not like I feel good about it. It's something to be proud of, you know. And so yeah, I'd like to go full time.
And here's another good one too. If you wake up on Monday morning excited, you're doing something right. And every Monday morning I wake up and I'm like so excited to start my week, because for me it's a brand new slate. It's a brand new week to hit new numbers as far as sales and listings. And I'm always so excited to get my work week started. Like I'm such a nerd. Like there's mornings where I'm angry that I have to have a shower and eat food because that's time. I just want to jump out of bed and get right to work, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I have like a whole routine in place that I have to do before I work. And it's just to make sure that I don't, because I am a workaholic and I could work nonstop and I would forget to eat and I would forget to exercise. Like I would not be doing any self-care, I guess. So I have like a routine. I make sure that I eat and I exercise, and I pick one chore a day and clean just like one thing so that my house doesn't get, because I would literally like work all the time if I could. I really would. I love this job. It's not like the most rewarding, best job I've ever had, because most of you know that I used to be a caregiver, and taking care of people who couldn't for themselves was the most rewarding job I've ever had. But I still like this better. And I think the reason I like this better, I'm not getting that fulfillment of helping another human being, but being your own boss and making your own rules and determining when and where you work and when and where you go on vacation. That's priceless. That is priceless.
Yep. Steve Rakin's in the house. Hey, what's going on, Rakin Profit? That's another dude I got to meet at Las Vegas.
And Brett Negerson's Resales, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. I saw someone say that Posh girl. That's Sydney. She's going to be going to St. Augustine with us in October. She's a very sweet person.
Man, I sure wish I could make that. That's actually one of the weeks that I'm working, so.
Yeah. Sorry. We tried to get it as close to Halloween as we could to get the whole immersive experience of the town.
Nice.
Halloween's my favorite. But
yep.
So anyway, this is the best job I've ever had. And I don't know if it's doing the actual job or being in charge of myself. But see, I used to freelance. For 4 years, I wrote articles from home, and I was still in charge of, you know, like I picked which clients I would take on, who I wrote for, how much I charged. And I don't remember, even though writing is like a passion of mine, I don't remember being this super excited and happy. Auctions are ending. Every day I wake up, like, what am I going to do today? Today's plushy day. Today's jeans, you know?
You know, that's something that I really enjoy about this line of work is, you know, like when I go out sourcing, it's seriously, like literally to me, it feels like an adult Easter egg hunt, you know, like you really truly have no idea what you're going to find. And you know, though, like if you're out there long enough digging in the trenches, like you're going to like grab a piece of gold. I mean, you really are going to find something that's worth a lot of money.
It's like you said, like an adult Easter egg hunt, or like someone's giving you permission to be a pirate and go out and plunder through everything to find the treasure.
Yeah. I mean, it's like hunting for Easter eggs, and every single egg is a prize egg.
What am I selling? I don't understand that question. Do you mean what I sell in my store? Just Faded Glory. Jason, there's this really old joke that I flipped Walmart clothes. I was bad. I trolled Casey's big group like long time ago, over a year ago. Anyway, I found the worst photo I could of some Faded Glory jeans, like they were in the dark. And I was like, hey, everybody, how's my picture?
Oh, my gosh.
And I acted all offended, like, what do you mean I can't sell Faded Glory? I can sell Faded Glory.
Oh my goodness.
So, like I always joke now.
I
Like
think I think everybody wants to know what you just sold on eBay.
the auctions are ending.
Oh.
We run auctions every Tuesday through Sunday night just to get rid of stuff. Stuff that's old, that's been sitting around for a long time. I throw it up for 99 cents with $6.50 shipping. And usually they'll just go for the $7.50. But it's liquidation. We're just trying to get rid of the stuff, you know.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But sometimes it gets bid up. And then somehow, when I threw them up Tuesday, somehow best offer was on a bunch of them. I didn't know that. I don't know if it's like a new default thing eBay's doing. Because I just go in after they end and I bulk, edit, sell similar, and then I save them to drafts. And then Tuesday I just grab them from drafts and make them live. Some of them had best offer on, and we sold 2 shirts. The guy offered $6 on one, and I think like $5 on the other one, plus the $6.50 shipping.
Nice.
So, I'm like, I guess that was okay that the best offers were on, but
Vicky's here. Vicky, hello, welcome. LV Pink Panther.
Where is she? Am I blind?
Yeah, she just jumped in not too long ago.
Oh, hi. I was watching your guys' live show today, but I was sharing my Posh Closet and really trying not to chat.
Okay, so Cindy asks, how many hours are you working part-time? I actually, right now, I'm putting about only 10 to 15 hours. Actually, I'd say about 15 hours one week and about 20 hours the second week is what I'm putting into my eBay currently.
When is Sydney speaking? I'm not sure. I know that Posh Fest is, I want to say at the beginning of October.
Okay, that's in Dallas, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I still don't even know what the heck I'm doing on. I just do whatever Sydney says to do, and it seems to work.
It's funny. Dallas is actually only about a 3-hour drive from me.
I think next year we really want to hit both eBay Open and the Posh Fest. But we'll see. I mean, you never know.
Yeah, I haven't. I've dabbled a little bit in selling on that platform, but I haven't done it a lot. I think I've sold maybe 10 items, but I haven't really. See, this is the thing. Like, I put like 50 or 60 items up on Posh, and like just kind of forgot about it. Like at the very beginning, like I was sharing a bunch of stuff, and then I was also like following a bunch of people.
Mm-hmm.
But after about a month of doing that, I literally just quit. But strangely, I'm still getting, an occasional sale and an occasional offer on the stuff that I have listed without touching it.
That's weird.
It's pretty interesting.
Posh is really one of those that the payout is like almost instant. So like if you spend all day listing on eBay, it's usually 2 or 3 days till you see like the results of that get pushed up in the search engine and all of that. When I go on Posh, as soon as I start sending out offers or sharing, I'm selling. It's like immediate. But if I don't touch it, nothing happens.
Huh.
And I list my stuff on there really high because every Sunday I offer 20% off to my likers, and I'm still making more than I would have made on eBay because they pay the shipping. I give them like $1.50 discount. Lots of folks are doing better on Posh. I think a lot of people are actually. And the thing is because you can sell for higher prices over there and they pay shipping. A lot of times your profit margins are a little bit better, your return on your investment. There's been days where my Posh has outsold my eBay. There's been some really poopy days on eBay where I've sold like 5 items and then I have like 7 on Posh. So I just made those numbers up arbitrarily. I don't really know that I've ever had a 5 and 7 day. Just saying, there's been days where I've obviously sold more on Posh than eBay.
Well, that's pretty cool. I guess, could you say like that Posh makes up about 50% of your reseller income then?
Right now, yeah.
Wow, that's pretty, that's
eBay's
pretty
so
strong.
flipping slow right now. Like, dude, do you know how many things we've sold all weekend since Friday? Like 10.
10 items?
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's what we usually do in one day. So we ship every day at 3, and we have same day shipping. So our turn off time for same day shipping is at 2 p.m. And we do this because Keith gets home at 2:30 and I can't get the inventory out because of my back. So when he gets home from work, we do shipping.
So how do you usually, like with your items, do you usually just like set it and forget it and just like run sales occasionally, or how do you promote your items on eBay?
We do 30 days right now.
Okay.
And relist them. When they go, I bulk edit them back in, and I knock 5% off every time they get relisted. Except for hard goods. I stay at the price I want on my plush and my hard goods, because I feel like those are longer tail, and you're just waiting for the right person. Yep. Whereas with jeans, everybody and my brother has, these jeans, so you want to keep kind of like knocking your price down. We also have a 5% off sale that runs like the last 2 weeks an item is up. And then I do promote it. Now, I was going in every Friday and ending them and restarting them at 5%, but I'm trying something new that Megan told me about. So I'm only doing 1%, but I have them set to end. She seems to think if you have your promoted listings actually set to end, eBay will give you a bigger push towards the end because they won't make that extra money if it ends. So we're gonna try that for a couple weeks. But that's pretty much it.
Okay. So how long do you hold on to an item before you start sending it to, like, say, auction for liquidation?
Like, it has to actually go low enough in price that I'm like, this just isn't worth it anymore, and then I'll send it to auction.
I got you. So you drop it by 5% every 30 days?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 5% of the previous price?
Yeah. So if it started its life at 30, the first time it comes back in, it'll be 28, 50, so on. Now, the only thing I don't send to auctions is jeans because they go in padded flats. And even if I charge $8 shipping on jeans, that barely covers the cost of the padded flat.
Right.
So what I do with jeans is when they have like a price point, $15, $16 with free shipping, that barely is breaking even, on my 99-cent, whatever, cost of goods. So what I do then is charge $8 shipping and drop the price of the jeans and run it that way for a couple of months. And if it still doesn't sell, then I put it back up to the original 25 free ship and start over. But jeans, like all these tricks I've been doing with my jeans that I just explained, I really won't have to be doing as much anymore. I mean, between Posh and eBay, I'm sending out 5 pairs of jeans a day sometimes.
Wow.
It's usually right after Labor Day. They'll pick up.
Yeah. Are
you cross-posting your jeans on? Yes, absolutely. My jeans are on Posh. You can get a lot more money for them on Posh. And they pay shipping, so I'm not paying the $6.90 for the padded flat. So yes, that was actually the first thing I moved over there was all my jeans.
Yep.
Jeans, $8. Yeah, $8 is about break even after fees and everything. So I don't want to send, because if you're going to charge more than $8 on shipping on jeans, I don't think people are going to be okay with that. But if you're going to sell them at 99-cent auction, you're not making anything. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just floor. I mean, we keep it forever until it sells because I guess we kind of see it like we've already taken the pictures, done the listing, and put in the work. And since we are a volume-based business and we're trying to keep climbing and have more listings, it makes sense to just keep stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
That was me.
Jackie asked if I gave a quick list of shoes he looks for. I haven't, but on my Facebook group, eBay Sellers Anonymous, I actually have a list of, 4 lists of men's shoes that you should be looking for. And there's between 20 and 30 brands on each list. So there's already, anywhere from 80 to 120 brands. So if you go to eBay Sellers Anonymous Facebook group, if you request to join, I'll let you in, and you'll get to see them. They're actually in the photos section. So if you private message me on Facebook, I'll shoot you those images as well. So
cool. Well, we are right at the hour mark, and I don't really like to keep people too much longer. So if you have any questions for Jason or me, go ahead and throw them up in the chat now or forever hold your peace. And Jason, do you have any last words of wisdom you want to leave us with?
No. I mean, really, the only thing that I've got to say is, never give up. Don't quit selling on eBay. I mean, it's easy money, and the best thing that you can do for yourself is research, and start making better buying decisions. That's the best thing. That's the number one best thing that you can do for yourself for your eBay business. The last thing that you want to do is spend a whole bunch of money on things that literally are going to take a year or 2 or 3 to sell. Like, honestly, especially when you're first getting started out, or if you don't have a lot of money to spend in inventory, just put your nose to the grindstone and pick out items that are going to sell fast and sell for a decent profit margin, because then you're just growing your assets of your company, of your business. And with that, in time, your business will flourish.
So Victoria says, you sound like me. Yeah, I don't like to go over an hour because I feel like I'm grateful enough that everybody sits here for an hour and listens to me. And everybody's time is worth money, especially when we're resellers. But I do appreciate everyone coming in. And so let's be honest, I talk a lot. Every video on my channel, I start with, I'm not going to keep you for long. 20 minutes later.
Yeah, here we go. Donatella, you're welcome. Penny said, what is the best policy for electronics you can't test? Sell them for parts or repair for parts are not working. And just in your description, state that you are unsure of what's wrong with it, or you could just say untested. That's your best option there. Rednecker, since resales, is asking if I've ever sold ice cream shoes. I absolutely have no idea what ice cream shoes are. I have no idea.
Adam said, please answer him. He's asked this 3 times. He really wanted to know. Penny's, it looks like she has gaming accessories to game systems that she can't test.
I have gaming accessories to game systems I don't own that I would like to sell, but I don't have a way to test them. Okay. Ask some friends of yours if you're wanting to sell them like as working. Ask on your Facebook, or ask some friends of yours if they have the game system that you can either borrow, or you can come over and test the accessories for it, or you can just hold on to the stuff until you run across one of the game systems on Facebook for a decent amount,
or at a yard sale.
Yeah, yard sale.
I always get really good deals at yard sales on stuff like that. we went to this one sidewalk sale with a bunch of college kids that were just really trying to sell their stuff to get textbooks. And I guess maybe part of me should have felt bad, but I really didn't. Yes, I will give you $20 for your Wii and all of its stuff. Thank you. We made a killing on Wii's have gone down though. The price that they're selling for on eBay.
Yeah.
They kind of plummeted. The shoes are made by Reebok. The ice cream shoes.
Really? I'm gonna have to look those up.
I'm gonna have to look them up too. Well, Victoria just tell Katie to quit talking.
Yeah.
Katie's like me though. Like I like to talk. I love it.
Oh man. Guys, if you're not watching Vicky and Katie on YouTube, you guys really should. I mean, they're a blast to watch. I could sit there and watch them for hours, but they only do their shows for about an hour. And when it's over with, I'm bummed out.
They're my favorite ones. I like put on and binge while I'm working, while I'm taking photos and doing. I actually watch them a lot when I'm doing dishes too.
Oh yeah.
And that's like I told Dominic from Primetime Treasure. I very rarely, like 1 out of every 1,000 times I watch a video, will I ever comment. So people don't really know how much I'm actually lurking, but I am. I'm lurking and I'm stalking and I binge watch everyone I like. But it's usually, I just press play all and you can play them all and I just keep working or cleaning my house and just listen all day long.
Yeah.
I do watch, I just don't really like stop what I'm doing to go comment every time. I try to like them. So I need to binge yours this week. Or do you want me to wait till you're monetized?
No, I don't have enough people subscribed yet. I think I'm just at about 550, I think, somewhere around there, subscribers. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm saying if I wait until you're monetized and then binge watch you.
Oh. Well, yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
They do usually go over an hour, the girls, but I like watching them.
Oh yeah,
they're some of my favorite people in the whole world. I think, like you said, they're funny, they're hilarious, but they're just, I don't know, they're so sweet. Their whole relationship and their whole story of how they met at eBay Open and all that, I just love it. I just love them. They're great.
They're good people. That's what they are.
They are real good people. All right, guys. So we're about 8 minutes over. So Jason's YouTube channel is over here in the chat. It's also in the description box below, as well as his Facebook group and his Instagram. Jason knows his stuff, guys. So if at the very least, do yourselves a favor and join his Facebook group, and you can get your hands on them little shoes. And I promise I won't be your competition.
No, seriously. The Bolo list is going to be huge, guys. I mean, I'm putting a lot of man hours into this thing, and if you're interested in getting started in used shoes, this list is definitely going to be for you. So, like I said, there's part of it is already up on eBay Sellers Anonymous Facebook page. And once I finish the rest, I'm gonna have it available as well. So I'll let everybody know that's interested. So there's a few questions that are asked in like when you request to be a part of eBay Sellers Anonymous. It's asked. There's 3 questions, and if you can answer them, that'd be great. If not, don't worry about it. I don't. I'm not gonna hold anybody to answer questions, but just if you're selling on eBay, what categories you sell on eBay. And if you're interested in the Bolo list update, put in your email. So that's there, and that's how I'll get a hold of you guys when that list is ready.
All right, sounds good. Before I leave, I would like to let everyone know that I will be back Tuesday night. You guys are getting an extra live show this week. I will be back Tuesday night with Alma from My Thrifted Escape. We are doing a plush all together. So she went and bought some plushies and I went and bought some, and we're gonna have a good old time. It's not going to be like a challenge or a throwdown like I had with Wade. It's going to be more of a joint effort and a learning experience on what you should be looking for when you're out looking for the plush. Jason, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, well, you gave up an hour of your night, so appreciate that. Thank you to my moderators, Holly, Lance, and Jamie. You guys are great. You guys, I need to start paying you. I'll send you some Monopoly money. Make sure you like this video before you leave. If you haven't already and you'd like to, please subscribe to our channel and help us feed a hungry hippo. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We are at Flippin' Hippos across the board on all social media. Go join Jason's group. Go follow him on Instagram and subscribe to his channel as well. Thank you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. Without you guys, there would be no Flippin' Hippos. So until next time, you guys take care. Lots of sales. How did I put that the one time? May the cha-chings be ever in your favor.
Yep.
Good night, guys.
Thank you.